Yeah, I don't think I have any goals to worry about. Okay.
Well, one of my goals is going to be finished after the game. Be invited to entertainment hosted by nobility. There we go.
All depends on how things play out.
Now, when did this happen? Were we at the Bastion when my little incident went down?
Um, Assuming that we don't have goals, we can jump into recap stuff. Quick answer to your question, yes.
Okay.
But the party was able to accomplish some things and stuff prior to returning home. Let's see, where should I slide over to? Let's go first to the Bastion home, where
No.
both, of course, it shows where we had last left off, so people are running outside, but Eutychios and Thales had arrived in the morning with a new friend of theirs.
Where's my token?
Your token is invisible because where we left off, you had gone gallivanting into the woods for herbal supplies.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Indeed. Yeah, like I said, this is kind of where we had left off, so pardon the absence of those tokens.
No problem. No problem.
But
No
yes,
problem.
we'll let you guys take off from there as far as recapping. Again, Eutychios and Thales introducing a new friend is where we kick
We
things off.
basically agreed to help Aster with finding, if I remember correctly, a soldier from another territory has somehow infiltrated the games, and we're not sure that we can find him beforehand, so we may have to just wait for him to appear and do something shady-esque during said games. Is that roughly it?
That is roughly it. Indeed, a rogue agent who had been banished from Akros because of nefarious deeds and intents. But of course, the games is a way where he can regain public favor, prestige, try to arm twist his way back in there. But yeah, Aster appears a friendly fellow, pretty fit.
I'm a
Okay.
nice guy. Just take down baddies, but I'm a nice guy.
Do you actually wear plants in your hair?
Hmm?
Do you actually wear the plants in your hair?
That's how the image came out when I did it through the AI. But I'll take it. I'll have those in my hair.
Yeah, one.
The
That's
laurel
good.
leaves. I included those in the just to slide back over here real quick. Everybody has
Mm-hmm.
their magic cards updated, so I included those in the prompt for the special card art. I tried to capture like the fun grin and stuff too. Like, hey everybody.
Yeah.
I went with white and black for the colors. White to represent the soldiery and the goodness, and then black for the roguish side.
Yeah. I like it.
I was going to eventually, maybe at the next level up, um, but I'd like to put a special ability on everybody's card tokens and kind of even out costs and stuff. I kind of have the cost right now based on power and toughness exclusively. That's why those numbers, there's a discrepancy between everybody. I'm not playing favorites and saying that Armin costs more. He just has a high power and toughness as an example. But that's magic technicals that we don't have to worry about. So, yes, after the introduction of new nice guy on the hunt, Party went out and about to do things. They also went out to do some stuff. Side note, Avra, I keep seeing a green ring show up. I don't know if that's like a fan or if you're trying to talk. I'm not hearing voice though.
Oh, it's probably my fan.
Okay, cool.
Sorry if it's annoying, but I really can't turn it
No,
off.
no, you're fine.
No, I don't hear the fan at all. You're totally cool. I just noticed the green ring popping up, so I wanted to make sure that you weren't talking and being unheard.
Everett seems to be the quiet side. The strong and
Yeah,
silent.
As long as you don't make her mad, sure.
yeah.
And she'll stab you in a jimmy.
I remember that.
Very dangerous with the daggers. And so the party actually split up in the morning. Some different ambitions between peoples.
I got arrow shot at me.
Yes,
You did
indeed.
what?
I got arrow shot at me.
Well, not at you. It was at the pineapple on your head, but yeah, I'll allow it. There was a visit
That's
to
right,
the
there was a-
forge.
There was a bar
Prior to the
thing
bar.
where, yeah, Kithian got into a competition with one of the other people who were going to compete in the qualifiers, and there was a pineapple competition of who could do a better shot.
Indeed.
I
I
was
believe correctly, he came out on top of that one, but barely.
Just barely.
I was able to gather laurel leaves and barley, right?
Yes, indeed. A bit later on. Hey, the ghost of an old Triton friend shimmers into view.
I'm just here to be a fly on the wall.
Welcome, sir.
I'm here to murder everybody.
Well, we'll get to that. So, yes, Armin had gone with the gentleman to the forge first to pick up some stuff and make some orders, do a little bit of exchange, while the ladies with hooves, respectively, took their turn going through the streets and making people aware of both the games and the establishment of the Night Wardens located at the Nix Watch. Both parties had some fun interactions with the crowd prior to. Armin, with flowers on his horns, was able to entertain some children and stuff. On the other side of it, Ari and Wynn had taken a wolf form, got some pets. Happiness ensued. A good impression made on the common folk of town. And then each party went to a different eating and drinking entertainment establishment. The male folk went down to the Triton's Respite, familiar haunt now, ran by Galactus, becoming an old friend. The ladies went to, for the first time, arriving in here in Data Harbor, was the, pardon me a moment, because there was a lower class and a higher class location. There's the Harpy's Roost, and Dionysus Revelry. It was
went
the
to the
latter that was
Dionysus one.
visited, indeed, where Avra very much completely upstaged a bard.
Yes, she did.
Assert dominance.
Asserted dominance. Quite well. Well,
She
yes.
dominated. Yep.
Back at the Triton's Respite, a little bit of a competition held. Archery, that is when Aster had arrows shot in his general vicinity.
He had a front row seat, you might say.
And then, of course, everyone had respectively made their way back to the Bastion, Things were starting to wind down when a loud crash was heard outside. There was a little bit of archery practice happening, and Kithian was hanging out there, watching, hanging out. There's some crashing heard, but he rushed out to the front door. They saw that it had been blown outward. And then, following the screams out to the front, a grisly scene did await. Aryan Wynn, of course, hearing the screams down the street, upped her canter a little bit, came upon the scene on the other side of a beast roaring at the full moon. Only Avra caught sight of a little detail. The beast's large horns are in fact adorned with flowers in the way that she had adorned Armin previously in the day. That information has not yet been shared to the eyes of Aster and Kithian and Aryanwyn. There's a beast causing chaos and slaughter
Do
in the middle of the square.
Do we know the dead people?
No. No one has gotten close enough to identify, other than the fact that they are likely the ones who had screamed. They are not making any noise anymore.
Yeah, I doubt they're going to be making noise at all, ever.
So while you guys are rolling into initiative, I'm going to do the same for Kithian here and get a little bit familiar with his abilities. Yes, for flies on the wall, it appears that Armin had contracted something back when you guys fought the werewolf and is now acting out upon that. Somewhere, a full moon glows on a Triton fellow going through the exact same thing, but we don't know how that's going.
I didn't mean to roll twice.
A likely story.
Hey, don't be mean.
That's my favorite like retort ever. A likely story. Anyway, don't mind me. I don't say it with malice. It's all joking. Do-do-do-loo. Do-loo-loo-loo. All right, let's have some fun. I'm going to put on some Greek covers here. There's only a few. It'll repeat, but whatever. So, talking is free. I will allow everyone a quick moment to get out a few words, whether you want to strategize or exclaim anything. Kithian is going to shout, "By the gods, what a horrific creature that is." He is shocked, having never seen such a beast. That's all he's offering.
Arg,
Um,
arg.
So that's not normal here then.
It's
Go ahead.
Armin.
Go ahead.
I'm just frantically shouting it's Armin over and over.
Everybody try to contain him. If you can.
That's not Armin. Armin wears a loincloth. Oh, wait. The weird creature does in fact
Excuse
have
me
a
while I
loincloth
whip this
because
out.
there are families watching. It's a proper show. None of that. That's silly.
You're wondering where the ball came from on my character sheet.
So yes, Avra announces, her voice echoing frantically across where Aryanwyn can hear as well, identifying the creature as Armin somehow, some way. Kithian says, well, we'll have to capture him or take him down easy.
I'll try, but my skill set isn't exactly meant for that.
We might have to
I
hurt
can't
him
declare non-lethal,
before.
right?
You can call for non-lethal shots, yeah.
Okay.
Kithiel will offer, we might have to hurt him a bit and heal him later in order to take him down.
Understood.
I just see it now. You pull out a bow and hit the switch on it that says gentle setting.
Well, he is going to start. Let's see. Cha 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 cha. He's going to pull out an arrow and take a shot. However, the arrow in midair begins to twist, becoming vines in flight. As an ensnaring strike.
Right. Nice. I didn't know he had some. Well,
Oh, he's used it.
So, still needs to make an attack roll with his bow.
So you need to hit me, and then I will need to make a save of some kind.
Right, because if he misses,
Got it. No point.
then it is irrelevant.
He misses.
The beast is strong and powerful looking, but not particularly agile, and casts a large shadow, so not necessarily hard to hit, but hard to take down. Alas, in the chaos and in the surprise, his shot is going to go awry, flying past. Arianwen, you see an arrow turning into vines fly past you harmlessly.
I'm ducking.
Whoosh.
I thought you were a good actor. What happened?
Kithian's going to take up post kind of behind this little
I think
structure
that's a
thing
big
here.
target. I don't know how you kind of missed a big target like that.
Our friends raging in the street. What do we do? Smack talk each other.
Quick.
Yeah, why not? It's fun.
All right. Well, with Kithian having acted, and I do apologize, I don't know all of his abilities. Let's see. Bonus actions.
For shame.
And nobody needs a lay on hands yet. I'll assume everybody, throughout the course of the day, you guys have had a restful day, as it were. So everybody will be at full health, full spells, everything good to go. Full uses of all of your abilities, bardic inspiration, luck, anything like that. And so, after Kithian has taken up a post behind the building, he turns his head frantically to see what Aster is going to do next.
Hope you got sun in your bag of tricks over there.
For now, since we're trying not to kill him, I'm just gonna get up to him, rapier, shield, and just attack for now. See if I need to be more aggressive.
Standard attack.
That hits.
And then I believe I get sneak attack. Hold on, how do I turn on the sneak attack?
Yep, it looks
so
like it had the two different damages in there.
there is something I need to know, Mr. Aster.
Mm-hmm.
What is your rapier made out of?
Should be metal.
What kind of metal? I hope it's not plastic or rubber.
Probably
The wub, 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 wub,
steel.
wub.
Is it magical or it's not? It's probably steel.
Oh yeah, no, not magical. That's
Non-magical,
just regular.
regular steel.
Yeah.
Can you please roll for me your perception?
Perception.
So you can see you very fully stabbed him with your rapier, the point of the blade going into the flesh. And as you pull out, no giggity tofu, you can see the wound itself. There's not even necessarily a wound. It's like you punctured something like a sponge or a pillow or something. It's as if, like, you felt the resistance, you felt the stab, but you see no blood, no scarring, no nothing. You realize your rapier has no effect.
Oh, like no damage at all.
Like,
Oh,
no
yeah,
damage at all.
I thought they were
Um,
just resistant. They're immune to anything but silver.
You may remember, I believe that Avra and Arianwin were both at the village. Your Triton friend went into the inn, gathered up silver, put him in a sock, and then came outside to bludgeon the creature in order to cause effective damage. Yes,
And Ariane had a silver dagger or something. Not Ariane, Avra did.
Avra, yes. So, finding out the hard way there. And again, Aster, because this is your first time experiencing him, it hadn't yet been able to be shared amongst you. Arian Wynn and Avra will remember, but you yourself are like, oh, what the hell? My sword doesn't work. Do you have a nature skill or lore arcana proficiency in either of those?
Nature Arcana, no.
Ah, you may have to wait until your friends can reveal the folly of your attack. But they might have to wait because where Armin is up next.
Real quick, just noticing that my attack did nothing.
Yes.
Can I do cunning action disengage
Oh, yes, yes, of
and
course.
move over this way? I think that's as far as I can go. I think.
All right. Clearing yourself out of the range there, disengaging so that you don't provoke an attack of opportunity. Perfect form.
I'm like, I guess I don't got to worry about him dying.
Not from that, anyway. I mean, it might be an annoyance if you poke him in the eye with it. That would take a called shot and
I see what you did
precision
there.
and bravery. All right, well, Mr. Ware Armin, you
All
are
right.
up, sir.
I would like to do this first. With a 15 for a perception check, who do I see as potential targets?
So right now you had an arrow shot at you that went away, that went past, and then the human with the laurel leaves in his head came up and poked you. It didn't do anything, but it tickled and might be annoying to you. There's a small hoofed girl at the doorway, much further away. I would say your attention has been grabbed, so you would be unaware necessarily of Aryan Wynn coming up from behind. You thought that you heard some hoof steps on cobblestone, something coming up from behind, but the attention has been pulled by those in front of you.
All right, so it's the dudes at the moment who are currently occupying the vast majority of my attention.
As far as aggressive threats, yes.
All
one
right.
of them like threw or shot something at you. It missed.
Yeah.
And then the tickle. So yes.
Okay. I'm just going to roll a d4, 1 and 2. I'm going to go after Kithian, 3 and 4. I'm going to go after Aster.
Go for it, as you will, sir.
All right.
Let's go.
He will move up here. Sorry, a little bit closer. No regard for personal space, just none.
Yeah. Your token's a little bigger than standard, so that tracks.
Well,
Casting a
it's
large
always
shadow.
been. He's like 7.5 feet tall, and I imagine that this one now is probably even a little thicker.
Indeed, a little bit.
No, that's absolutely a giggity.
Do I add the proficiency bonus to the attack?
It should be built in. Everything should be. Well, actually, it looks like
It's
that
not.
is not built
Very
in.
clearly not the case.
I
can add it really quick. I'm not horribly, that part's not weird.
Oh yeah, if you hit the I button, you can make adjustments and stuff. It looks like it is
Yeah,
not
that's what-
adding the proficiency bonus. I think it's just
I'm
because it's
fixing that
built
right
as
now.
a monster creature.
Yeah, I'm changing it from automatic to proficient, so that way the bonus is tracking in there appropriately. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do for the first attack will be with the horns. Just kind of run up on him, and apparently I've got a maul, which is not a normal item that Armin carries. So I'm assuming I've ripped a tree out of the ground from somewhere,
Oh,
and we're using the
it's
snap
not
block.
a maul, it is the act of mauling.
Oh, more of an action as opposed to an item.
Correct.
I misunderstood.
Yes. Verb, not a
Got
noun.
it.
Yep.
So more like a fist kind of thing. Got it. Got it. Facts.
Claws and teeth and general ferocity. You can,
Oh,
of
Like
course,
claws and
you
teeth
can
ripping
describe.
flesh, you know?
You can describe how
Very
you
raw.
like. And then don't forget, if you can get 15 feet, which I think was a little bit less than what you had there, but if you make a charge at somebody, you have a special attack. So bear that in mind. That's going to be at the far bottom left of your sheet.
I am
under
changing
charge.
ever so slightly the name of the attack, so it should. Well, did it not change the thing? Weird. I was adding an ing on the end of the name. I guess it didn't update. That's strange.
Agreed.
Maybe I'll have to close and open the sheet again, but whatever. All right, so first we're going to do is just a horn attack rather than the. Because at the bottom of the sheet, where is it? Details. Yeah. If
Hello,
yeah,
everybody.
I see the here for the. Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit that because his horns wouldn't do that much damage unless it's a charge attack. All right, I'll roll the attack for the horns. And
Oh,
then we'll
no, no,
deal
no,
with
no,
the damage.
no. The horns absolutely do that much damage. The charge adds extra on top of that.
Oh, sweet. God.
Oh,
Okay.
you are scary. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, that's gross. No one
Yeah.
wants me to charge them.
No.
All right. Dirty 20 to hit.
Misses. Oh wait, no, you said dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
Yeah,
I
it
was about
hits.
to say a 20.
Sorry, I saw 16 and I was like, wait.
Why
Yeah,
do
no,
you
20
have advantage where, Army?
I'm not sure why it's rolling advantage. I didn't make this character sheet.
Because
Oh.
at the toggle at the top says advantage instead of automatic or whatever.
So
I
is that
usually do that
fair
for
or
the
is
sake
that
of.
smart?
Now, if somebody doesn't have advantage, I will always go by the first number. And then if the second number is better, you can always use your inspiration to choose that instead. So bear that in mind.
I changed it back to query so that
Yeah.
way it'll ask me and I can just
Yep.
say no.
However you like. It is your sheet. But yes, an attack of 20 coming at Aster, whose AC I have listed as 13. Is that inaccurate?
I have mine at 17.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let me change on the token there. And
It sounds like it doesn't include the dexterity.
Because I have the
That's a full-
dexterity, the armor, and the shield.
yeah, those things. I just didn't have it properly entered on the token itself. And I have adjusted that for future placement.
Yeah, I initially looked at wear arm and I was like, this
Keep that
seems a little light compared to my character, but there's some features about it that make it annoying. and
Oh, yeah.
difficult for
Like
everybody.
it's simplified because you're in beast mode. So, like Berserker Rage, Seeing Red, not a lot of cognitive time to like think and strategize. But when you hit, it hurts. And that's where it's made up for.
Yeah, it does a
You
little
savage
frightening.
beast, you.
yes, indeed.
All right, so that 16 slashing damage.
Okay, so after he punches him with the horns, he will then strike at him with the hands.
Raw.
And
But that creature has multi attack.
Sure does.
yeah.
Fun.
And so what I'd like to do, if this is beastly Armin, I'm going to take one attack to grapple him, and then the other attack will be to throw him at Kithian.
I love it. All right, let's see how you do there.
All right, so I'm imagining I'm just going to roll the attack for Maul. So please ignore the damage because the idea is that I'm going to try to grab him as opposed to hurt him just yet. It's really
All right.
just pick him up and throw him at the other guy.
So if your attacks hits, then we will, instead of damage, we will do a contested athletics check to confirm the grapple. Well, let's see what you got.
All right, normal. Thank God when you do query, it defaults to normal initially before doing the other one.
Right.
So it's only a 9 to hit, so we could ignore the damage, which is great.
All right.
He will get
Swift.
annoyed that he missed him, and then bundle his fist up and try to just pound down on Aster's head like, how dare you get out of my grip? Boom!
Oh,
And so here comes the last of his multi-attack, because the little thing got out of his hand.
scary.
Oof.
I think that hits.
That one hits.
24
Oh, sweet
is
Jesus.
gonna
I'm sorry, sir.
He's not sorry. Don't listen to him. He is reveling in the destruction. Roar, puny human smash. Actually, I don't know if you can talk. I don't mean to talk for you, by the way. Your languages are common. Can't speak in. Well, let me change that. Can
I think
change that?
I did very much clarify what he was saying. It was gur-arg, gur-arg.
Yes, can confirm. All right, so you'll understand words though. So if anybody like attempts to like persuade or deceive you or talk you down or anything, you can kind of respond, like you can comprehend a little bit. How much you care is probably very little, but pretty sure it'll get through. So yes, another
Yep.
oof.
That Slug Cola, I'm very sorry.
You are good.
But that is my turn. He is frustrated that the little creature is still standing.
Oh yeah, the other ones were much squishier.
I mean, I would hit one and then I would get, tomato juice, and
Yeah.
this one's not happening, and I don't know what. Like he's looking at his hand for a second, like, did I do something wrong?
He's got a little bit of tomato juice from your horn wound, but yeah, did not succumb to your might. Might bring its own frustration. Well, Avra, your new friend is in peril, having been gored and smashed.
All right, let's get his attention. You see Avra waving her staff in the air? You see this green mist coming over to this
Let
tree
me
here.
let me briefly interrupt there. Your character's name is Arianwin?
What?
Avra is a different character.
Oh, I said Avra? All
Yep.
right,
It's A words. It's I got you. It's all good.
you see
So
this
yes,
green mist come over
Avra,
to
the
this
small satyr, is the one who is up next.
Okay.
You see the green mist come over to this tree here, and then you see this tree start to move.
It is
It's
Avra's
still
turn
not your
before Arianwin.
Oh, I thought you said Arwen.
I most
No, it's
definitely did
Avra's
not.
turn.
All right, go ahead, Avra.
Okay. I am going to cast Cautious Hideous Laughter. So Armin needs to make a wisdom save.
Bless you, sweet child. All right, 1 second, coming up.
As a DC 15, if the chat is accurate. Ooh.
Fail.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
close.
not even close. Okay, so Armin is now prone and incapacitated. And
Oh, wow.
is also laughing. Actually, let me just put the description in the chat. Laughing uncontrollably. Okay, so at the end of Armin's turn, and every time we attack him, he can make a wisdom save.
To end the spell.
But yeah.
Okay. And
Um,
what is the normal duration?
it is 1 minute.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 10 rounds.
Okay. So let me check.
So what is where Armin's laughter sound like?
Um,
He's a dog.
so, have you ever seen someone like screaming and the screaming turns into laughter? Is that
That's
you're not
frightening.
sure if he's choking or coughing and it just over and over again. And at one point, he points at Aster, looking at him like something, and then keeps thumping his chest and rolling on the ground. And then when he sees Aster again, he just points at him and then keeps,
I think he's making fun of me.
Maybe a
Amber,
little.
think he could grab Aster and pull him away.
Yeah, I moved forward. I don't have any rope or anything.
Just drag him. You don't have to.
You know, my strength. Do you know how small Amber is?
She M's little.
I don't think she can drag
Should be
him.
able to
I
go
mean, I
with
guess
turn.
I could try, but
Aster,
I
how
think
much
it's still
do
a fairly
So it would
dangerous area
be.
just to be this close to me.
So to clarify that request, it would be a separate action. So you only have a bonus action left and some movement. Well, yeah, I guess interacting with stuff is a bonus action. I would allow it. So essentially, because you're much smaller than him and not particularly strong, I would allow for an athletics check at disadvantage in order to drag him. Luckily, the cobblestones aren't like rough terrain, so you might be able to pull him with the rest of your movement. I will let you try.
oh, could have been worse.
Yeah, it really could have. So, go you.
I will allow you to drag him 2 spaces, 2 squares.
Okay.
So
I
essentially,
guess.
he can be dragged into your current square and then 1 more in the direction of your choosing. And you, along with him, can move another extra square. So that would be 1, and then 1 more. I'm just going to follow wherever your token goes. All right. You're dragging him up to the stairs, pulling him out of harm's way. Unless, Aster, if you resist, like you can contest that, but if you allow yourself to be led away.
I'm okay with that.
All right. So she's
Oh, I'm
pulling
dragging both.
you. No, just Aster. Were you trying to drag Armin?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
Oh,
That's
no,
way
no, no,
different.
no.
Okay,
You're not
I am
gonna be
so
able to
sorry.
drag Armin. That's crazy.
Wait,
Armin
I
would not be able to be
thought
dragged
that
with that roll.
I
I thought you were trying to save Aster from getting his ass
No,
beat.
get Aster out of it.
I'm like, I have cunning
I
actions, so I can
misunderstood.
engage easily.
I thought that Arwen said to drag Armin. That's why I'm like, how would that work? But Aster makes more sense.
Yeah, and so technically Aster isn't prone, but you definitely, I will allow you to use your turn to like pull and guide him out of harm's way there. I'll leave it up to you.
Oh.
If you are attempting to pull where Armin, that check will make you unsuccessful.
Okay.
I'm a fatty.
Hello.
Wait, so is Aster being like, is he still grappled or whatever?
The grapple missed, but he did get stabbed and crushed.
Okay, but
Everyone's gonna yell over. I need Aster out of the way, please.
I mean, I have cunning actions, so I'm fine. I can get away myself. If
No, I need him away now.
okay, I'll roll full away.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying. I will move you back. So Aster will be
Okay, that
cleared.
makes so much more sense. I was wondering how this was working.
We got 4 characters with the letter A in their name.
Yep.
Yep.
A lot of A's. And Kithian is of the Amatrophon, so yeah, there's like a sub A. All right, so with that having been done, Arianwin, it is now your turn.
Yeah, I'm changing my move here. She's waving her wand in the air, and you see a wall of thorns surrounding her.
Dun, 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 dun. Go ahead and post up the details of that there spell. Let's see, what do I have? Do I have something better than that? It's not exactly that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I will just use that then. All right, and you're wanting that to essentially surround Armin on the ground there?
On the ground.
All right, so we'll make that about 15-ish, or less. I will move that to the back so that Armin can still be selected. Perfect. All right, so wall of thorns coming up to surround the creature. The wall blocks line of sight. That is important. The wall of thorns will be flowing upward and around. And it is surrounding, so luckily he's not like in the area because it's not like cast on him, it is around. It is very painful to enter the space of that wall, as the details will suggest.
Okay, let's see what I got for a bonus. I'm going to use healing word on Esther.
Go ahead and post it up.
I clicked it and not happening. Maybe I'm clicking the wrong thing. Maybe I have to go to the combat one for this spell.
Yeah, if you click from your combat action under healing word, it'll do all the stuff for you. And he's definitely within range. Aster will see
Thank
that
you.
egregious wound healing up as 9 hit points are given back. It's still going to sting, at least further internal damage will be abated. And with that being a bonus action, what have you available for Arianwin's movement? Will you be staying where you're at or relocating at all?
Let me take a look at the situation. No, I'm going to stay back, and that way I don't want to pull his aggro, because I have to cast certain spells and try to, what's the word? I can't think of the word. I'm crazy. All right, I'll think of it later.
Alrighty then. I just saw
Oh,
the
I
GIF.
got it. I want to try to subdue him.
Well, he's currently maniacally laughing in a horrific fashion
I
inside the
figured
wall,
this
so you
way.
guys
I
can hear
figured
the
this
laughter.
way. I'm not actually hitting him, so he doesn't get a saving throw yet. We'll see.
Yep. Correct. Well, all right. With that having been done, the top of the order, Kithian, seeing that the wall is up, he is going to hold his action and await to see what others are doing. Essentially, he's going to be triggered. If he sees Armin emerge, he will shoot an arrow, try that ensnaring strike again. Or if someone else commands him to do something together with them, he will provide aid. For right now, he's just waiting and aiming. So
Are
that
you
is
ready?
going to,
Ready?
yep. So Aster will be up next.
I will ask. My rapier did nothing. What do I do?
You need silver. That's the way we defeated the last one.
Silver. I don't think I have anything that's silver, other than actual silver.
Do we have silver in the building?
Coins.
Use silverware if you have to.
That there's silver in the buildings.
Yeah, we must have silverware in the building, right? For eating and stuff.
But will it be made of actual silver?
I don't
Would I
know.
be?
Do we have silver in the building? I'm asking.
Um,
Oh, don't I have a silver dagger, or did I make that up?
You do.
No, you do.
Is that the one you traded to me?
I don't know. Is
No,
it?
she has a few daggers.
No,
Okay.
she has
Yeah,
a few regular ones.
yeah.
I would assume she kept the silver one as it is being unique.
Okay, Aster is more of a combatant, so if you could hand him your silver dagger, that would be wonderful.
Yeah. But before I do that, just to clarify, we're not killing Armin, right?
No, but we're going to have to damage him. We're not going to try to kill him. We're going to try and knock him out. So I got something for that, but he's going to get wounded either way. So
I'll give Aster my dagger.
we just got to get his hit points down, and so we could try to knock him unconscious.
Am I still able to attack him through the wall of thorns?
Yeah, if you want to go through it and
no,
make
do not walk through the wall of thorns.
Go for it, please. Let me watch.
When he comes out of the wall of thorns, he's going to take the world of hurt, and when he does, be ready with a dagger and stab him.
So
I don't think I can do anything because I'll take damage.
You
make a dex save. So you can take a little bit of damage or a lot of damage. A failed save, you'll still take a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But if you make your dex save, you can kind of weave through the whipping vines and thorns and might get in through a gap real agile like, but you won't be able to escape all of it.
I think I'll just do a dodge action because I can't do anything even with the silver weapon because I can't get near him and I don't have a long range weapon that would hurt him.
Just hold ready.
So yeah.
I want to just yell over. Just hold ready.
I would still need to be in melee with him, wouldn't I?
Not now. Hold ready.
You could hold your action to spring on a trigger. Like Kithian, he's waiting to see if Armin emerges from the wall of thorns before taking a shot. You could do the same thing.
Okay, I'll do that then.
It's called a ready action.
I'll ready the attack for if he gets within range, I guess.
Alrighty.
So it's like an attacker opportunity.
So then, where Armin, inside the wall of thorns, has the opportunity to make a wisdom save to stop his maniacal laughter.
Oh, I thought it was at the end of my turn, or is it the end of the round?
Yeah. It's the end of your turn.
Okay, so I have to wait for Kithian and Aster to go before I get that opportunity then.
Yes, but they're both holding their action.
Oh, okay.
So it's
So
your turn.
it's actually my turn. Got it. I
Yes.
understand now.
Hence the reason
My
for
bad.
asking.
I obviously didn't keep up to speed here. Okay, here comes your saving throw. Normal. Well, winner, chicken dinner.
Avra's gonna use her reaction to do cutting words. So you have to roll a 1d8 and subtract the number from your saving throw.
Got it.
Question,
Coming up.
does that require line of sight?
It says a creature that you can see.
Oh,
So.
not gonna work.
Alas, you cannot see Armin through the wall of thorns. I apologize.
Tragic. Okay.
Wait,
All right,
It is.
the
I'm
wall.
sorry.
I didn't know Wall of Thorns obscures people.
Yeah, 100%. It says very
States it-
specifically in its own sentence, the wall blocks line of sight.
What that?
Yeah, it's at the bottom of the first paragraph. It
That's
makes
a
it very clear.
that's a thick fucking Bramble of Thorns.
Yeah, so a circle that has a 20-foot diameter, 20 feet high, and 5 feet thick.
I have a question for you. And this is just semantics, but if I'm looking at someone in a mirror, but I'm not looking at them directly, do I still have line of sight?
That is a really, really good question.
Is it
No,
chain lightning?
because
Yeah.
it's not a line of sight. It is refracted light that you are seeing. You are not actually seeing the person, but a
But I'm aware of
reflection
his
of the
position.
person. Yeah. So you'd
Yeah,
definitely be
interesting.
aware
Okay.
of them, but it wouldn't count as a line of sight for something like a spell.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just thought I'd ask. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's a good question. It made me think for a second, like, well, no.
All right, so he's up and roaring. It stops the cacophony of like har, 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 and gone back to straight roaring.
Oop.
But that's at the end of my turn, so I am done.
I got a buddy in my channel. I'll bounce out, guys. You guys have fun.
All right,
Peace
later.
be with you, sir.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Well, the laughter you guys can hear again outside echoing the cobblestones when there's all else is quiet. The laughter has turned back to roaring. Avra, it is your turn.
Evra, when yells over, do you have a turn?
No, but I'm just gonna try to knock him down again.
Does that require line of sight?
Oh shit. Let me check. Good question. Oh my god, yes it does. Okay.
That's ready.
You can have it ready if I burst out of here.
That's true.
Already is already.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. A lot of people poised and ready for Armin to come crashing out of the wall. If he does, Aryan Wen, it is your turn.
Okay, you see her wave her staff again. And you see, all of a sudden, you see this tree here starting to move.
Do, 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 do. So it has 6 charges.
So I have to roll on this.
Wall of Thorns uses all of the charges of your wand. And then if you expend the last charge, you have to roll a d20, and on a 1, it will lose its properties, become a non-magical quarterstaff. But I don't see Awaken tree on there. I see a tree form.
No, it could awaken.
Yeah, I
as a
don't
spell.
see. Oh, there it is. Awaken has 5 charges of just regular Awaken, which is different. Let me see real quick. I just want to get the proper semantics. So,
Correct. Okay.
there must be a beast or a plant creature with an intelligence of 3 or less, or a natural plant that isn't a creature. Ability to move senses similar to a human's. Yeah, so it would equivalently become an awakened tree. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Has charm condition till you end its thing, and then it can be mad at you if it has a disposition. So quick answer is yes. Awaken can be used, but the staff has unfortunately expended all of its charges doing the Wall of Thorns.
All right.
Can you please roll for me a d20? Those charges, by the way, will all come back in the morning at dawn, so they don't like go away
Or at least the
forever.
vast majority of them.
All right, and all right, so not a 1. Staff is still magical. Good to go. All right, so continue to take your turn as you will, sir.
I gotta think of something else.
Okie dokie.
Hold
Aster,
on.
you're
All
gonna.
right, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Moonbeam over the top of their inside of their area. Very good.
Did we lose them?
5-foot radius, 40-foot high.
I think we lost them.
Oh no, I'm just reading about the spell itself.
Oh, okay.
All right, so they will only revert form and take damage if they fail the save. So that means Armin will have to make a save against a DC 8 with Constitution.
Could this knock
Uh,
him out of being a were creature?
As long as you are in the beam, yes, but you don't know that. So as soon as you
Wow.
take a single step, you'll revert back because the moon is full, shining down. Again, you don't know that as
No, I
Armin,
understand.
but yeah, for you, technically, yes, that is how that would go.
That is pretty cool. All right,
Right?
give me 1 second. Let me find. There it is. It's still possible for me to fail this. Actually, pretty.
Oh, close,
Barely.
but saved.
So do I still take damage?
Nope.
And why is it only a con of 8? Wouldn't Moonbeam have more oomph than that?
Nope. That's what it says from the spell.
And it doesn't use like his wisdom to raise that up or anything?
I'm looking up.
Because if it's your spell attack, I would imagine it's like your whatever your attribute is plus a, you know.
Yeah, it just says con save.
Save
So
changes make its saving throw with disadvantage. If it fails, instantly reverts to his original form. Wow, that's pretty good. I didn't even know that.
Where
So-
are you seeing anything about disadvantage?
It's under the spell description for D&D 5e.
Is that the Player's Handbook 2024 version?
It's 5th edition, I don't know. Let me look up the other one.
Yeah, the 2024 edition doesn't say anything about disadvantage. Just says when the cylinder appears, each creature in it makes a Constitution save. On a failed save, they take damage, and if they're shapeshifted, reverts to their true form and can't shapeshift until they leave the cylinder. Successful save, they will take half damage only. So that is
So
my bad. I
the
missed
one
that
that's
part. So you would still take half of 2d10 radiant damage.
Yeah, when I looked up on D&D Beyond, I just hit Moonbeam into search. It does mention the disadvantage thing.
For 2024?
It actually says Legacy next to it, so I don't know if that's 2014 or not.
That's 2014.
Okay.
Oh, they changed it. All right,
Indeed.
that's
So
great.
6 damage will be burning into Armin from the angry pillar of light shoots down from the sky. It burns, it stings.
Yeah, it says in the 2024 version, it absolutely says if creature is shapeshifted as a result of the polymorph spell, for example, it reverts to its true form and can't shapeshift until it leaves the cylinder. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage only.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing about disadvantage. Just it took disadvantage out of that equation and just said,
Yeah,
nope, you're shapeshifted back. Boom.
yeah, they took it out.
So yeah, Armin will suffer 6 points of radiant damage burning into him inside the Wall
Okay.
of Thorns. I guess there's one thing I didn't check.
So hopefully we could get him to fail so to revert back.
Yeah, it just says a point within range, so that's cool. Doesn't require line of sight on it.
Yeah, as long as you could make the triangulation of math, and then you're like,
Right.
over there.
Yeah. Alrighty then.
So I am back to normal at the moment.
No, you are not, because you made the save.
Oh, there's no save. That's just what I'm getting at. Oh, it says con save. But now, when it says con save, it also in 2024 it doesn't say that the con save is 8. It just says a Constitution saving throw. What is the spell attack, or what is his?
Yeah,
What-
my DC.
From the
Yeah, what is your
spell
DC?
cast into the thing, the DC is con 8.
Where?
If you click the details button from
Oh,
when
I
you
already
cast
clicked the
the
details
spell,
button. That's not my. That is
so
not the
hit
conversation point.
+0 attack,
Because I
save
know-
DC con 8.
Again, my point is not that. My point is all his other spells don't have a difficulty rating of 8 to save against. That spell on his sheet is wrong. Whatever is quantifying the number 8 for his
Yeah,
saving
mine is,
throw is written incorrectly.
Mine
Because
is
if it's,
DC 15.
that's my point. A con save would have been a DC 15 con save. There is nothing in any of the rules, legacy or current, that make it stick at an 8, which means that whatever was done to put that spell on a sheet was done incorrectly. It should be a con save of DC 15, which means I fail.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's right. Saving throws go by the DC of the spellcaster.
Yeah, and it says DC 15 on the sheet itself next to Moonbeam. It says Con 15. So I don't know why they put into chat an 8.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Kind of 8. No spell has only Constitution save of 8, unless you're a bad spellcaster.
Well,
Oh, so your
all
sheet
the
has 2 attacks with Moonbeam. One of them says Con 8 and one of them says Con 15.
Okay, one's wrong.
So one
yeah,
of
just remove
those,
that one,
I
and
am
you'll avoid the
going
confusion in the
to
future.
delete that
So
one.
you took 12 damage.
No, that's totally fine. I'm not worried about the amount of damage I took.
Yeah. And you
I'm
reverted
just
back.
But 8 just struck me as odd for what you're capable of doing.
Definitely. I was saying, what? Kind of 8? Huh?
I know
All
that
right.
8's the base. They're typically 8 plus your modifier plus your ability stats. So a lot of them is going to be around 13 to 15 for characters in our level range.
Oh, maybe they didn't get added in. That could have been.
I think
So
that's kind of what
Like the
happened.
lady list.
the attack itself was not adjusted to include the existing attack on your sheet because I deleted the bad one. So the one that was left does have the proper Con 15.
Right.
Okay, cool. Woo! Sorry, let me put additional 6 points of damage on Armin.
And I didn't know Moonbeam would revert you, so that's just a luck thing.
All right, the appropriate
We don't
damage.
know it reverted him though. He's in the middle of a wall of thorns.
Yeah, nobody can see that. No one will know that except for Armin himself. So bear with me a moment. I'm just moving your token aside. There will be briefly an Armin in the middle of the Moonbeam.
He's tinier than me.
Now his token's always been a little bit larger because, well, he's like 7.5 or 7.25 feet tall.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
No, it's just that token right now is just like slightly.
Oh yeah, that
smaller.
one. I think. Yeah, and even the monster one, I think, is closer to maybe 10 feet.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. All right, so I think the only thing anyone might notice is that the howling stops.
That's always good.
All right, so Arianwen, after having cast your spell, will you be using any movement, or is your turn done?
I'm going to cast another healing word on Astrid.
Ah, go for it.
Because he's hurt pretty good.
I was gonna ask, isn't there the restriction that you can't cast 2 spells in one turn or something like that?
Yes, but if one is a cantrip, you can do a second.
Okay.
Oh, but healing word isn't a cantrip, is it?
No, it's a level.
It's a bonus action.
But it's a leveled spell.
Yeah, so that would be
No,
a
it's
no.
not an action spell. It's a bonus action.
No, it's not an action spell. It's a leveled spell. It's a spell that requires a level slot to do it. That's why it's a no. Has nothing to do with the action economy. Yeah, you can't cast 2 leveled spells in the same turn. If one of them's a cantrip and one of them's a leveled spell, then yes, you can.
I don't know. I play Callista and it's 5e, and they cast healing word as a bonus action.
The bonus action part's not the point I'm getting at. Healing Word is a level 1 spell. You cannot cast a level 1 or higher spell in the same round that you cast another level 1 or higher spell. If you cast a cantrip, a level 0 spell, in the same round as another level 1 or higher spell, that's allowed.
You sure? You're positive?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. That is accurate.
Yeah, I agree.
Whether
So
it's
that's
a
why I
bonus
brought it up.
action
I
or an
wasn't sure if that was like a
action.
homebrew thing.
And bear in mind too, like Solasta may or may not follow 5e rules, just like Baldur's Gate, but they might take some artistic liberty with it. So it's
Oh,
not
Solasta, a video game like Baldur's Gate?
kind of, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know that was a video game. That might have. They've done different things in video games, even in Baldur's Gate. That
Yeah.
I think Baldur's Gate had better rules than 5e. So, yeah.
Agreed. But yes, since we're not in Solasta, that will be a fun aside. So, will Arianwen be doing a different bonus action or moving, or will that be all for her turn?
I guess I'm done.
Should I remove the 9 from the earlier healing word as well?
No, that was a surge of passion and activity that we didn't catch, so I'm
Okay.
not going to retcon it.
I think that was someone did a spell with an object. So that
Yeah,
or does that
there's
still
some
fall
wiggle
under the
room.
same rules? Okay.
Technically, he did
The Wall of Thorns was
activated an item
an
rather
item.
than casting. a
Oh yeah,
spell.
that's right. That was, yeah, so the 9 points is good. I didn't
I think
catch
Either
that,
way,
so
all
good.
good.
Yeah. We'll just remember it going forward. That's all. Let's. I think we're back up to Kithian then.
So Kithian is going to be moving, just staying trained. He wants to take up another vantage point, and he stares on this little outbuilding over here, someone else's property. Still keeping his bow trained. So he uses move, but his action will be readied for anything to emerge from the circle, and he can fire at that. So Aster, it shall be your turn once again.
Considering I can't see anything still, and I only have the silver dagger, I'm still holding the action for when he appears within range, attack with the silver dagger.
We
Okay.
noticed that he's not growling.
The growling has stopped a little bit. It has gotten a little bit quiet inside the wall. There was laughter, there was roaring. Now it's quieter.
So does Arwen know the features of that spell? Would cause him to revert if he fails?
Arianwen or Arwen?
Arwen.
She would know the properties of her spell, yes.
I mean, yeah, he might have changed back.
I'll just do a dodge action then, just in case. Hold the dodge, or well, yeah, just do the dodge action, and that's my turn.
All right.
I mean, yeah, Armin, can you hear us?
Armin, it is your turn.
Okay.
You don't have a solid recollection. You have fragmented kind of images. You feel the rage cooling, feel a little bit of tension in your bones. You can kind of see something overtaking you, having to get out of the confines of a building, smashing through a door. You remember targeting, smashing squishy things. They were a proper target as you feel at the time. You don't recollect them as screaming innocent victims, but rather squishy things that were in your way and objects of your bloodlust. You look around yourself and you see thorns whipping up, coiling, writhing high up into the air. There is a beam of light shining upon you, which stings. It is painful and will continue to be painful, you know, if you stay in it as it burns. But you're also confined by the thorns, the vines, and a radius around yourself. You may act as you wish.
Before I say anything, I have a small question. Even though it's cast by an object, is Wall of Thorns concentration?
It is not. It will be up for duration or until
It isn't?
dispelled manually.
It has a C for concentration, so
That's kind of why I'm asking.
Yep. The base spell is based on concentration, but he cast it out of an object. So the object itself, I mean, if you destroy the staff, that might take the spell down, but Ari and Wynn, I'm not going to take away the advantage of casting the spell with the object and then doing a leveled spell, but then also say that he has to keep concentrating on it because it
I just
doesn't
wanted.
act like a normal spell. Yeah. So until
right,
dispelled or for duration, it shall remain.
Got it.
Moonbeam does have
Concentration. That was the reason I started asking.
But the wall is from the staff, so
Yep.
it doesn't have to.
No, that's fine. I'm just asking because I'm trying to make sure we're doing it right. He would call out from the Wall of Thorns in the Moonbeam. What happened?
You became a were creature.
Well,
You were
shit.
infected by the werewolf.
Yeah, I gather that now.
I'm going to disable the moonbeam.
I wouldn't do that.
Why is that? Oh, would that revert him back?
make an insight check for me.
Oh, you said I know my spell.
I still see a moon in the sky, so.
All right, I'll leave it up.
Did we get any silver in the house?
So something to clarify, Armin would not know about the moonbeam. He would know that the beam is painful. He would not know about it having anything to do with transformation.
Okay. There's still a moon up in the sky.
Yeah, I had to create it artificial.
You made a moon?
No, it's a moonbeam.
No, I'm not talking about the beam. There's still a moon in the sky.
Yeah, that's why you reverted to a were creature.
I think he's trying to say that if you take down your moonbeam, the actual moon that's still out is going to convert him back to a were creature.
Yes.
But he would not know that.
Right.
Arwen knows.
Oh, I thought Armin wouldn't know that, but Armin would.
We're going to have to later on get you a cure disease. we're going to. The only thing we could do is allow the moonbeam make you unconscious. I know it's going to be painful, but it's the only thing we could do.
I've never been afraid of pain.
Or you're going to revert back if I remove it.
Does Ever still have her silver dagger?
She handed it to me.
And you toss it over the wall?
Yeah, sure. I'll toss over the dagger.
Do I see it land relatively within close distance of me?
Aster, about 20 feet up. Yeah, I won't make you roll for that. You can toss a dagger over the wall. That's fine. Ting, 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 off the cobblestones.
Okay. And I see it roughly within, like, the distance.
Yes.
He reaches down, picks up the dagger. Avra, are you okay?
Avra's muted.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
All right. Did I hurt anyone else?
Yeah, there was a few bystanders. It looks like you killed them.
So after I just got out of being in trouble for something like this, I have done what again?
Well, this time it wasn't your doing.
It was a curse. Right,
Yeah.
I understand that. Okay.
And charges
Um,
were nullified and dropped, so technically you were found not
innocent
like
of that too.
officially. Yeah, it was. There's gray area, but yeah, you weren't convicted of murder, so your slate is still clean.
Um,
I will have to try to get a cure disease potion for you.
all right. So if I understand it, you guys are trying to make sure I don't cause any more damage. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Got it. Armin takes the silver dagger, shoves it in his throat, and pulls down.
Out of game, you'll be committing seppuku if you do that.
I'm aware that it would potentially kill me.
If you just stay in the moonbeam, it'll knock you unconscious.
Armin is also aware of the fact that he has killed 3 innocents, based on what Arianwin just said.
When you're in wear form, you can't control your actions, so you're
That
not
changes
at
nothing
fault.
about what I do.
It's up to you, Armin.
In order to safeguard his friends and innocent people, Armin takes the dagger, shoves it into his throat, and pulls down until he hits his collarbone. I'm hoping it will cause enough damage that it will knock me out.
It's gonna, because it's self-inflicted and a targeted shot as such. What's going to happen is that you will immediately drop to the 0 hit points. You'll be bleeding out, and you will begin to be making death saves.
I am okay with this plan. It feels like what he would do to feel morally correct. They'll hear the and then thud of roughly 485 pounds hitting the ground.
There is no more talking from within the Wall of Thorns.
Okay, I'm going to take down the wall of thorns and the moonbeam.
The moonbeam is gone. The Wall of Thorns are gone as well.
Guys, I think he's dying.
What's that cantrip? Stun from dying or something like that?
Like spare the dying, I think is what you're looking for.
Spare for dying, is that cantrip?
It is indeed, incidentally.
Okay, I'm going to use it. Or in 2024, do you have to select cantrips, or you could cast any cantrip?
You would have to have it in your
You
store.
change it. Yeah, it's in your spell list.
Yeah,
You have
like
to
some
change that
clerics
when
may
you
have it,
level up.
some might not. A little hit or miss there. And unfortunately, I don't know about druids. I haven't played one since 2nd edition.
Yeah, so druids and clerics can change their prepared spells with a long rest. When it comes to cantrips, you learn new cantrips when you level up. So
Or swap out.
I use my battle medic.
your what?
Battle medic. I have a healer kit. Battle medic.
If you have a healer's kit, I think you can just stabilize him, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Or if not, I can use battle medic. I got the battle
So
medic.
if you have a healer's kit, you have to utilize it within 5 feet of him. Then they can expend a hit dice and regain a number of hit points equal to the roll plus your proficiency bonus,
Yeah.
which is a 3. So essentially, you would make your roll, but does your inventory have a healer's kit? It does not. You have herbalism kits.
Oh yeah, I don't. Why don't I have the word? That's weird.
Has not been acquired, but a good thing to add to the shopping list.
Yeah.
Would just like could we do
I can use just a heal spell.
I believe we could just do a medicine check to try and stabilize them,
Can confirm.
right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Let me roll my medicine.
You'll want to be up next to him to do that, by the way.
Can also go up in the system, so he has advantage.
Ooh. Well, you did get a success. Welcome to roll again with
Okay.
advantage.
Because you could always get a 20.
So you can always get a
No,
20.
19's good enough.
Comes back with 1 hit point, turns back into a were-man.
Now we're just trying to get him stabilized. We're not trying to wake him up.
Yeah.
Stop the bleeding.
Armin will remain unconscious. His wounds are tended. You're able to stop the bleeding at the throat. Either anyone can grab the silver dagger that lies nearby. If
We're
they
going to have
wish,
to find a. We're going to have to find a place that has bars so we can put them in.
can I please
So,
get a perception check from everyone?
right.
Who's conscious, that is.
I resisted rolling, like a snore.
Yeah.
I smell fresh targets. No.
um okay, so I'm assuming that that's what we just didn't see.
If your personal eyes are quick enough to have seen anything, I will allow it. But I will not provide any
Okay.
narration. That will have been seen out of the corner of your eye as it just was in real life. You're welcome to share with the rest of the class if you like. Anybody who happened to see that, that was on purpose
And was conscious.
and was conscious.
My eyes caught it, but there's no way I would have
Yeah.
looked up like, look over there. Thud.
I mean, I saw it.
Yeah,
I'm
share.
pretty sure Githian just got kidnapped by 2 hacks. So
So what?
So anyone who
Githian?
decides to then look in that direction, you will see essentially what looks like a cloud of mist fading away.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was blood loss.
Well, what else is going to happen tonight? Okay, let's get him to the authorities so we can get him in a jail cell so he doesn't hurt anybody.
Can I have anyone interested roll on your nature or arcana? I would say that Aster might make that with a disadvantage. Well, actually, you're well traveled. I'll let you have full. So yeah, nature or arcana.
Killing it ever, killing it.
Yeah, I figured I was
is
gonna roll low.
All right, so Avra, from what you understand of the rare and not often seen aspect of lycanthropy, in order to shift, the creature has to look at the full moon. So
okay.
if Armin can be restored in health and brought to standing, if you can keep his eyes covered from the moon, or keep him inside and shut the windows, shutter them up, should be able to avoid the transformation.
Okay. So let's drag him inside.
All
And,
right. Yeah. Do we have a room without windows?
I'll help drag him.
the bathroom?
Game Master, any of the rooms have no windows?
You can always shutter the windows, but let's see. Do.
And just
Let
hang a
me-
blanket over them.
Right, let me copy and paste you guys back at the Bastion. Swoosh. That way I have retained any changes or anything. Also, let me get Ari and Win off of the GM layer. All right.
Oh yeah, the bathroom doesn't have any windows.
Or this room here?
I think that's a garden with direct access to the sunlight, so it probably doesn't have a ceiling.
Yeah, the garden is where Armin was when he saw the moon and transformed.
Would we just be able to put a blindfold on him?
Yes. That
Okay,
would
let's
stop
do
him
that.
from seeing. I will not make you roll. That is great insight. That would cover his eyes, as long as you do so fully.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll grab a curtain or whatever there is around here that would comfortably cover his eyes.
Yeah, you can tear cloth off of there.
No problem solved.
Get a
Now he's
makeshift
good anywhere.
blindfold for him.
Yeah.
He's still very, very hurt. You did stabilize him, but he is very.
I will
You can see
cast.
color leaving his face and stuff, like the little bits that show out of the fur anyway.
I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Oh,
That's 37.
hoo-wee.
Wow, she likes me.
Armin, you are awake with 38 hit points. You can't see anything. It's all dark.
Am I not supposed to be able to look at anything?
I also can't see anything. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
Does your token not have vision? Oh, God damn it. I went through this. I changed it on your sheet. Let me double check here. Oh my God. I placed your token there before I made the changes on your sheet. There you go. You should now see everything.
Take it.
Of course.
Also, I closed all the doors on my screen. I don't know if that like carries over to other people's screens.
Sure
But-
I
does.
think it does.
Okay.
Yep.
that-
all doors are
that was, like-
closed.
Yeah,
And,
that was like running around and trying to.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're able to get cloth from a couple of nice hanging tapestries. There are actually no windows in the main hall. So there is no ambient light able to flow in here at all.
How did you cast that third level? How do you do that, Ava?
I cast it at 3rd level. I mean, it just says that I can. It
On
says like
Beyond,
for
it'll
each
be
higher
separate.
level
Yeah.
spell slot.
When
Um,
you cast a spell that can be upcast, a little pop-up window should come up that prompts you to do so. Should say cast
And
spell.
I don't know about Roll20, but on
Yeah.
Beyond it specifically like in the description of the spell says like using a higher level spell slot, the healing increases by 2d8 for
Yeah.
each spell
Yeah, I
slot.
know that.
Yeah, it'll say that. In Roll20, you'll get a prompt window to upcast.
Okay. I'm going to try to get him to full hit points. I'm going to cast that third level.
Oh,
It is middle of the night, right? So we would be taking long rest anyways.
Well, our friend just got kidnapped. So I wasn't
Right. I
personally
forgot
planning
about
on
My
just
bad.
taking a nap.
so Armin is back to full. Aster still looks a little bit beat up.
Oh, hold on a second. Can I see whatever you have for that is incorrect? That should be 63. I don't know which one of these to edit now. So I was at 38. So it put me at 58. That would still put me at health, but it's okay. So I can just make this 63 again.
There you go.
Because it would have put me up to 64 points. So I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm still good.
Your tokens were probably not updated after level up, which is my bad. So
Yeah.
keep your eye on that.
Master, how you looking? How bad?
I'm hanging in there. I think I'm good. So
I look at him.
are we?
Oh,
downplaying that.
No, I can't see anything. I can't see anything.
Mhm.
Keep reading that. Sorry, my bad.
There are
You put a
voices.
little blind token on me or something?
I can take away vision
I-
from your token entirely.
Well, I still need to see the token to move it.
After you should go rest. You'll
Uh,
I mean,
are we going after Kithian right now?
What are we
yeah,
doing?
could I just cure wounds on him too?
On Aster.
Before
You have
you
my
do
permission.
that, I'm gonna just do a second wind real quick to heal some myself, because I feel like using a lot of spell slots is gonna probably be bad if we run into more people.
I doubt we could accomplish anything tonight since we don't know where he is or who took him. So
Well,
we should at least get some rest and start in the morning, investigate it.
I saw who took him. It was Hags.
What's
Everett?
that?
Hags showed up?
Yeah, like Sea Hag, like the one we fought, and then the Dark Hag.
Do we know what happened to their house?
The one in town?
Yeah.
I don't know if we do or not.
It's possible they're hiding out there if no one's taken over the residence.
There was police tape on the door because it's the site of a crime. That's all. Essentially, people are warned, stay away from the icky house. That was the last you knew.
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain how well that property will sell if it's like, hey, this was used for dark rituals and black magic.
I thought you guys dealt with that.
We killed one of 3 sisters.
And you didn't bother to bring that up. There's 2 other sisters out there.
Oh no, we have before.
Didn't we run into one but didn't kill it?
No, the one made it very clear that the other sisters were coming for us if we killed her, so we killed her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You
And
ran
you-
into a banshee, but not another hag. That was,
Yeah, I think that's
north with
what
the
I was
village
thinking.
stuff. Yep.
And you guys didn't bother and warn her.
No, we told everybody.
Mhm.
Armin tells everybody everything. He's
I
freaking
don't
open.
remember anyone telling us about 2 live hags coming after.
They haven't done it yet. We don't know where they are. We'd have no way to prepare for it. The fact that hags can shapeshift and beat anybody is a kind of a problem.
No, I mean, you could have told us that there were hags after us.
Oh no, we've never hidden that.
I
But we
never
haven't talked about it in games
I
for a
never.
long time.
Oh, yes.
I
It is
wasn't here
common.
then. I know.
That's why we know the rich guy, or one of the rich guys.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. No one told me about it. So, well, I know now. But it's kind of late since one of our guys was kidnapped.
Yeah, I realize that you may not remember it, but it's absolutely been talked about. It's just not something we considered. We had no way to pursue it ever. There's
It
no way to
was,
go
yeah,
like
a
hags are
lingering
coming
mystery,
after
if you
us,
will.
but it was just it's like this ambient thing. Like there's two hags out there. Whenever they find out their sister's dead, probably are going to be angry, but we have no way of tracking them down, especially when they can shape change to be anyone.
Very specifically, Avra brought this up when you guys were making the flyers. I 100% remember that happening. She mentioned the hag as part of the accomplishments of the group.
Yeah, they mentioned taking care of the hag, but they didn't say anything about two sisters.
It is not as well known that hags often are part of a coven of 3. So that may have missed if it's something that Aryenwyn hasn't previously encountered, which is unlikely. Then it could have just slipped her mind like, oh, you dealt with a hag, without mentally also connecting other dots, because those dots may not have been there to make that connection. But anyway, long story short, there are other hags out there, as Avra very quickly caught a glimpse of them appearing to snag one Kithian away from the scene as you were dealing with healing Armin.
And I know that I recognize the sea hag. Do I know that the night hag is a night hag?
I will let you roll nature or arcana. And based on that result.
Oh, I thought that was a 9.
So the other one was definitely not a sea hag in contrast, and you did well in describing her upon sight. A dark hag would be appropriate. Definitely look different, shadowy, but you wouldn't know anything about their abilities or anything. But it was definitely didn't share the same appearance as the sea hag.
Can they teleport?
Well, it appears possible because they just like vanished.
I mean, do you know or do you not know if they have the ability to teleport? If not, we could go outside and see if we could find tracks.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to go outside and check either way, so I said we just go outside and check.
I got a good survival skill.
I have a small question, because I realize it may not seem important at the moment to anyone here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I murdered 3 people?
Do we clean up those
I
bodies?
mean, I wouldn't think about it in that way. You didn't.
Right. I understand everyone's going to say the statement of you weren't in your right mind, you were possessed by a curse, blah, blah, blah. That actually isn't the reason I'm bringing it up to wallow in self-misery. Are there bodies still out there?
I think so.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Maybe we should deal with that first.
Probably. Although, if we lose track on Kithian, that might also be a problem.
Well,
we could probably do both.
Guarantee that you can't. I can almost guarantee you that you won't be able to find his trail, and they're going to come poking at us to try to make sure we do come after them, so that they can make their plan to murder us all.
Well, the only way they could not make the trail is if they teleport. If they can't teleport, there's going to be evidence.
If they're invisible, it's going to be hard to make tracks on cobblestone.
If they use a spell, there's other magic like Pass Without Trace that can be used as well.
Yeah, I know that. But we don't know if they have Pass Without Trace.
Indeed.
Well, it doesn't hurt to check. I mean, we're going out there to check on the bodies anyways. Let's take care of the bodies and then check on where he disappeared.
I'm going to go
anything.
check out the area and see if I can find any tracks.
Yeah, let's go.
Broken branches. Or a thread or whatever.
Aver, do you want to lead me to the bodies, and then I can, we could just say that the hags got to them or something, but,
yeah. Well, would a cloak suffice in like keeping Armin out of the moonlight, but like letting him see?
You want to keep him from looking at the full moon.
So reflections of water. And
that's a bit of a question mark. Reflections may or may not trigger it. That would remain to be tested.
He's being paranoid.
Yeah, that's better safe than sorry, I would say.
Yep. If you two want to go look for tracks, I wish you well. Aver, if you can help me get to the bodies, and then we're going to need to get the guards to let people know because people died. And
Yeah.
if we want to say the hags did it because we know they're back in town, this was explained to the guards, so it won't be new information. It'll just be like, hey, guess who's returned? The sisters.
Yeah, let's split
Yeah.
our efforts.
And I'll let Aver do the talking because, frankly, she's prettier than me.
It's true.
Quick question: as somebody who has been hired to kill people, would I know how to dispose of bodies? And would I be able to be like, hey, we don't have to let anybody know this. I can just get rid of them.
The quick answer to that is yes. I will leave it up to you if you want to suggest that to your friends, because they don't necessarily
That is my
know
suggestion.
about your like assassiny part of your background. Like you were introduced as a finder, not as a hired killer. So you have wiggle room, but you can
Okay.
reveal like, well, hey, in my experience, or even as a soldier, like,
Yeah.
you know, however you want to play that up, that's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like back in my day in my field of work, we obviously had to deal with bodies often. I can take care of this if you'd like, or I don't know if you do want to bring this up to the guards.
All right.
Aster,
So,
or sorry, Armin, what do you think?
small question.
Mhm.
I lean down to Aver. I don't hide what I'm saying. I lean down so I can say it softer.
Of course.
Do we actually know any of these people?
Oh, do we?
I don't know. You'll have to go check.
I walk up to the bodies.
His
They
head will
are
kind of turn in
all.
the direction she walked away from, but doesn't move. He just stays there because he's worried he's going to step on someone.
They do not look familiar. They're wearing very common garb. They look to be just regular people, happen to be in the vicinity. It is, I mean, lower class clothing too than is general for the area. Like this is kind of an upscale neighborhood. So they could have even been ne'er-do-wells milling about, sneaking about. Because the more you think about it, it's like, why are they even here? Outside our bastion or on like a wealthy street? Like they're not dressed like the wealthy, and you definitely don't recognize them.
While she's doing that, can I check their pockets?
Of course.
Now, what is that investigation?
Yes.
I
Nothing.
would absolutely hand you over inspiration to roll that again. I'm just.
yeah,
I feel bad for you.
You
No,
have
no, I'm
forgotten
okay.
what pockets are, and you're like, oh, well, it doesn't look they have pockets that are knee high, and I don't have the wherewithal to lift their skirts. So,
I have extra inspiration if you don't want to waste yours on it.
I'm
All
okay
right,
with
I'm
that
going
one.
to
It's
check
okay. I think it's
for,
hilarious.
either
I'll
way,
check for,
go ahead, Aster, and re-roll your investigation.
All right. There
Hey,
we
that's
go.
better. So each of them on their person, one has a dagger. It is just regular, not special. The other two kind of have like cudgel type things, like little billy clubs almost. And assorted among them is an amount of gold equaling 18. So they were armed. They were clad as commoners. They do have weapons on them. More and
Do
more,
they
it
have
seems like.
any
Go ahead.
markings on their body that I would recognize?
Yes, big old claw wounds and bruises from having
Ah,
been mauled to death.
Oh,
Besides that, no.
Okay.
I have a way to handle this then if you come back and tell me that.
As I'm looting the bodies, I'm like, well, weapon, next body, weapon, next body, weapon. So these I guess either this is self defense or this was they were looking for trouble. Um, yeah.
Then that's the stories. Three people tried to mug me.
Avra
Do
will
we want
BRB.
these 3 people to be known? Do we want to get rid of these bodies?
No, we'll let the guards deal with it. We'll just tell them there was a mugging outside of our bastion.
All right, sounds good. Do we want to keep their gold, or is that also for the guards?
Actually, I would give that to the guards and just say, like, hey, they had these whatever weapons you mentioned and then hand them the gold and say, like, it's all part of the investigation. Have a good time, guys.
I don't think there's a way for them to check fingerprints, but just in case, I'm gonna wipe my fingerprints.
Those kind of forensics do not exist yet. No.
Yeah, I'm
Go ahead.
gonna change into Aaron Wolf, and I'm gonna look for tracks. And since I got keen smell and hearing, I'm gonna use my keen senses to see if I can see any or smell anything.
All right.
I'll use my survival skill.
Go ahead with that.
Nice.
A 20. All right. So, you are familiar with the scent of Kithian, and since you were present at the battle, you know that he was last seen over the top of the steps here by the other little outbuilding there.
Yeah.
You can smell that he was there. You smell a faint bit of decay. You smell a faint bit of the ocean, but like the gross part of the ocean, like a low tide kind of icky kind of smell, not like fresh ocean air. Something slightly sulfuric, and that is it. You do not see any tracks and you do not hear anything besides the jingle of coins as Aster is going through pockets.
So they didn't break any branches or leave any cloth or no evidence at all that they were
Nothing
here.
at all.
Wow, that illusion never happened.
And there's not a path to trace. Like the weird smells that you get are entirely localized there. It's not like they snuck up behind you guys, invisible, because they would still smell if they're invisible. You don't get any kind of scent of passage. It's as if they suddenly were there and then were suddenly not.
They use magic. All right, got it.
All right. Where Armin is taking a bio break, also Avro and BRB, why don't we go ahead and take an official break and meet back here in about 5 to 10-ish, I guess, when everybody is back. Is good?
Sounds good.
How the hell are we going to find it?
BRB
Indeed.
then.
All right. We will BRB.
All right, I got a plan. I have an idea.
What happened?
I have an idea. They could now leave tracks of past round trace, but they're not invisible. So I'm going to cast Speak with Plants. How you like my idea?
I think the idea has merit because they might be able to point you like they went people pass this way or monsters pass this way or something.
Yeah, we might be able to get a direction of where they're headed.
I think it's a smart idea.
I'm
It's
thinking
better than
since we're
anything
already
else I
gonna
have
talk,
planned.
I'm thinking since we're also gonna talk to the guards about these bodies, we could be like, um, these three guards attacked, and then the two hags kind of took one of our companions. Do you have any information regarding that? And the guards might have more information.
Not a bad plan. Like maybe this was all some kind of coordinated thing in order to get Kithian.
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll gather. We'll split up our efforts and maybe we'll come up with something together.
Yeah.
So is everyone back then?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
got that.
Yeah.
I'm here. Yep.
And I have a plan.
Oh, I heard.
Oh, you did?
I just wanted to make sure that everyone heard.
Hearing from the shadows.
Arian
Oh,
is
yeah.
speaking with plants there. And who will be going out to seek the guards?
Probably Aster, right?
I
Abra?
don't know. They must speak for
Uh,
themselves.
I believe Armin had talked to Avra about talking to the guards because she's prettier.
Yeah.
And I give a thumbs up to that idea.
She is pretty.
All
It
righty.
probably won't be too hard to find a guard.
And Armin, are you going to stay where you are with your blindfold and stuff? Are you wanting to be
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of.
guided
I'm
anywhere?
literally gonna. No, I'm just gonna kind of like pop a squat on the steps to the bastion
Okay.
and sit down and leave the wrapping around my head because when they come, they're like, they blinded me and the three schmucks thought they could take me. That's pretty much gonna be his story. And then my friend said some hags showed up and took one of our friends. I can't see anything. I'm having a rough night.
Good story.
Fair enough. All right.
Only
Yeah,
question
so
I have
we're
to that
going
is
with
sorry. Only question I have to that is won't they ask like why you still have the blindfold on?
My eyes hurt.
Fair. Okay. Sorry, interrupted.
No, you're good. I just wanted to clarify that we're going with the mugging story.
Yeah, mugging in followed up by kidnapping, potentially related.
Okay.
All right. Very well. There are some bushes nearby to where Kithian once stood. There's an
I'm
immortal
trying to get
nation.
I'm trying to get information from the plant.
You may ask away.
There was some creatures that went through this area. Do you know which direction they went up to?
Which creatures? There were a few types that were walking slowly and sneaking about, and then an angry creature came and attacked them for their trespassing. Then more of them came along with yourself. There was bad smell all of a sudden, and they took a man and disappeared. All three of them, smell gone.
When they
There were
were
no more.
the sneaky ones, do you know which direction they went?
They went to the cobblestones. They are now dead.
Oh, you mean the dead ones that were in front of the building?
Yes. So essentially, because they have a memory of the whole day, and you didn't specify, you just said creatures. They were referring to the three that were killed. They were apparently sneaking about, and then they referred to some angry beast coming out and taking them out for trespassing. That was where Armin. And then you and your companions exited the house, and one of them was taken when the bad smelling ones showed up.
And which direction did the bad smelling one?
They were here, and then they were not.
So they must have teleported. Pastoral trace only leaves no tracks. It doesn't make them invisible, or it can't be felt. So they teleported. They got teleported. Because pastoral trace only doesn't leave tracks.
Right, but they could also be invisible and then gone. With
Yeah,
the
but plants can still feel them walking on them. So they have to be a teleport.
You can ask the plants what they smelled like because that's going to be an identifying factor. So
Yeah,
if we know where that
they
smells
were
coming from.
smelling. Yeah, you said
Yeah.
they were smelling.
Yeah, it was bad
Then they,
smell.
then
Rot,
they just.
death, decay.
Did you feel anyone walking on you during the smell?
No, we were undisturbed.
So they're using magic as a teleporting nature. Must have been. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to find out where they were taken or which direction they were taking.
If they
That
smell like rot
has
and decay, we'd probably have to look at places that have rot and decay, which my first guess would be we check around the graveyard and maybe find information there, if possible.
uh, a very poignant answer has already been proposed by Avra, but she's talking to the guards right now. But it was very specifically discussed not
Now,
too
I
long ago.
overheard that they had a building in town. Was that the case?
Yeah, they had a building where apparently the three of them lived. When we encountered the building, it was when a lady approached us, helping to try to find what her lover had been kidnapped, and we rescued her. Only one of the three sisters was there at the time, so the other two were off, and I don't believe off in the city. I don't think they were home, like in town at all. But we found out that there was undead creatures there. One of them at least knew some form of magic to raise the dead or create dead-like life forms, skeletons for the most part. We barely made it out of there alive, but we did it. And we were running when that happened. It was a less than pleasant fight. So if there's two of them now, the other two, um, yeah, I don't know what to say to that. I think
I guess the first thing,
the house is probably a good place to start.
yes, that's what I'm saying. At least we should start there. Check it out.
I will probably be of more use to you in the morning, only
Yeah,
because
that's what I'm saying. We should start in the morning anyway. We gotta get some rest, and I gotta recharge my staff. We're probably gonna need it.
there was a guy who was helping them. There was an underworld individual that we met um, who handled loans, and but I think he's been dealt with. However, one of his associates is probably still in town because he at least was smart enough to assist us when Abra stole some stuff from him, and he realized maybe he was on the wrong side of this endeavor.
Do you know
Uh,
these associates?
You will remember, Armin, that he was very concerned with rejoining with his lost family back at the Vale.
he left town shortly after that, but if I don't know them, um, the Bard's Keep at the Titan's Respite probably does, or at least knows where to point us in the right direction. I just don't think he's there right now at this hour. At least not awake.
Okay, we might go there first, get the information from that, and then move on from there.
Yeah, because he helped us get the job that led us in this direction to deal with the hags. It initially just started out with a missing person job, like, can you find this individual? And now we're experiencing this similar scenario, which means their MO hasn't changed horribly much, just probably their base of operations.
Why are we so unlucky?
Um,
How
maybe
this
we
is
should.
Because
happening?
actions have consequences. Meanwhile, Avra, you were able to spot in the distance the torchlight, a couple guards who are on regular patrol. They're easy to find in this area. The wealthy pay for more protection and observation than do other districts. And you see the torchlight gleaming off of their armor, just like good Spartans.
Okay. I will run up to them.
So they will hear your hooves clattering on the cobblestone before you approach. They will turn, holding the torch higher. Who goes there?
Do I recognize these particular guards?
Nope.
Okay.
They are a pair of human males, middle-aged, look a little bit gruff, not super clean shaven. They look pretty well soldiered. They're not like soft and new recruits. They're definitely practiced, experienced at first glance.
Quickly come this way. There's been an attack, a mugging. It went wrong. There's bodies, and my friend is missing.
They draw their swords. Lead the way.
Okay. I lead them back to the bodies.
All right. I am just putting this token out to represent the guards. It is not Kratos. Ignore the name. He's just wearing the armor.
That's cool. That's cool. Thank you for the warning, though. I'm like, oh, my old nemesis.
This
you can't
guy
stay dead.
again?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I've got hips to squish. If only you could see him. So the guards follow Avron to the scene. Oh,
So what?
these
do you
match
guys
the
know-
description of the men that have been seen burgling places. You say that
Yes. No, they tried to mug my friend over there. And they injured him.
the big one? Ha! They're not very smart
wave.
then.
Yeah, it didn't end well for them.
I wave in the wrong direction on purpose. Just if I hear them coming from some way, I wave in a different direction. Like, and I turn my head. I'm like, hi.
Like, well, it appears that you've done well in eliminating these. Again, they were suspected of being prowlers and burglars. Happen to find anything on them? Anything identifying or any stolen goods?
I
Ashton,
think
are
they
you
just have
around?
the weapons.
Yeah, there was just the weapons and the gold. There was nothing identifying from them.
Ah, we'll confiscate those then. They will take the gold and the weapons. And then they will look back at Avra. You said another of your friends had disappeared?
Yes, just as this mugging was ending, the hags came. Like the hag that. How long ago was it? Like a few weeks? Or?
It's been at least a month, I would say. You guys have done quite a bit
the
and
hag.
done some traveling.
Like the hag that was here a month ago. Our group is actually the ones who fought that hag, and now more come.
One
Yeah.
of them looks confused, and the other one says, I think I heard something about that. Over on the other side of town.
Yeah.
Some
It was
old
in
house. There's like a
the
kidnapping and a hag and stuff.
Yeah,
So there's-
Galacos, and he'll call out in the wrong direction again. Like Galacos got us on that job where we were finding a missing person. He's just talking out to the air like the wrong direction completely. And we ended up finding out it was a hag that had kidnapped her, and it was a whole thing.
Oh, Galagas and the Triton's Respite. Ah, yes. We like to have a drink there on occasion. Good, reliable sort. Well, so these hags, they showed up with these burglars or separate?
Unclear. It could be connected, but we're not sure.
I got blinded by an attack while I was dealing with them, so I don't know exactly when they showed up.
And that big wolf there, is that your friend? They point
Oh.
at Aryan Wolf.
Is that what she's transformed into?
I was last told that she was in wolf form, so as to
Oh no,
use
he's
her
asking in
sensing.
character very much,
Oh,
like
okay.
because he can't see. So he's just like he kind of looks off in again the wrong direction from talking to Average. Is like, is that what she's transformed into this time?
Yeah, when I was checking for tracks, I changed him to the wolf.
Right. He's just checking with someone else in his group, like, is because he doesn't. He's blind. He's
Yeah,
trying to really
can't
play up
see.
the fact that he can't see.
Yeah, she's a wolf now. Also, I'm gonna have
Yes.
to go in like 10 minutes, but just to let
All
you know.
right. But he tells the guards that, yeah, that's our friend. That's magic she's got.
Ah, well then. Good girl. Where's your friend at? These hags appeared.
Over here by the bushes. I think that's where.
Hmm.
Or it might have been here. It was by
It
the
was on the, yeah, he was on the stairs.
Hmm. Doesn't seem like any tracks were left. Both of them are looking around and looking in the bushes and
Yeah, I didn't
testing
find
the
him.
ground.
Only a bad smell. Like, what kind of smell did you say it was like?
Death and decay.
Rot.
And like bad ocean smell, like
Yeah,
after
it was like
a
a bad ocean smell.
well,
How many of you guys have been around boats?
Maybe they could have possibly came from a swamp.
Josh, I have a smell for you will never forget if you've ever smelled it in your life. When you empty the bilge tank.
gross.
Yep.
Did it have a swampy smell to it?
Yeah, one of them was a sea hag.
But yeah, nothing like swampy. It was definitely ocean based, and then with a side of decay.
Officers, have you had any like places where there's been a lot of abductions and or deaths in any area close to town?
No, I think the last activity I was aware of was what we heard about the kidnapping with that first hag you were talking about. I would uh, I would say your friend. There's no trace of him here. That's where I'd
We
start
have
looking.
we have no clues either.
Well, if you know it was hags, you've faced a hag before. The other one chimes in. Don't they usually come in groups or something? I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never seen a hag before.
we she did say that her sisters would, you know, come and attack us, but we were kind of hoping that wasn't the case.
Oh, right.
They had a
Well,
dispatch
if
from
you guys are responsible for having taken out the first one, I bet they're holding a grudge.
Do we know what happened? He wants to kind of talk to the guards, but deliberately looks the wrong way again. Um, uh, Guards, do you know what happened to the hag's abode that was in the residential district?
Oh, I have no idea. Place like that probably be cleaned up of any mess and then put on the open market, but be hard to sell a place if hags was in it before. The other guard
We
just
should
kind
check
of
on that in the
shivers.
morning
Is like,
then.
ugh. I wouldn't buy no hag house.
Is there any swamps in the area?
Not here. If you go up along the coast, up northwest a little ways, there's kind of a little swampy bog inlet. That's quite a few miles though. Nowhere in the vicinity of the harbor here.
That's
All right,
true.
we have a couple
But,
places to check then.
they have magic, so they probably could get pretty far with it
He shrugs.
if they're able to teleport.
I don't know much about hags or what kind of magic they can do. If you lot are keen to investigate, that's where I'd start. Or if you want
Yeah,
to
we
put
have
in a
to,
formal complaint, then we can send guards to check it out. Probably wouldn't happen till tomorrow anyway.
Will the guards help us in the search?
Well, they would have to make it official business, so civilians would be encouraged to stay away while they investigated.
No, everyone is just asking. In character.
What's that?
Aaron is asking them in character if they would help with the search.
And they just answered in character.
Oh, okay.
Well, if we could you guys handle this? I gesture like vaguely to the bodies while we go handle that.
Gives a heavy sigh. I mean, I don't really like dealing with bodies. The other one's like, yeah, we'll gladly take care of these bodies instead of investigating the hag house. And he elbow nudges his guard partner. Yes. Are you sure you're up for it?
Well, we need to rest. We just finished the battle. We're gonna need to rest, guys.
Well,
They're
it's your
not-
friend.
they-
If you trust that you
We
can
can't be going all night.
leave him with hags overnight, then that's your prerogative. We'll make sure to deal with the scene out here.
Abram, remember when they kidnapped the other lady?
Yeah.
They were going to do stuff to her over time. Like as a sacrifice for a ritual they'd have to prepare for or something. I absolutely agree that there's urgency, but I don't think the next 6 hours are going to make a difference.
We're gonna need to rest.
And you remember what the fight was like the last time. We barely won that fight. Barely.
I want to go over there with my staff fully charged.
Out of game, in defense of y'all, well, there is something up higher scale, it seems like. Like there's one sea hag and another hag of darkness. You guys were level 1 back then, to be fair.
Right, but even then, they clearly were doing things that involved raising the dead, because there was some kind of necromantic stuff going on.
Oh, yes.
And they had people that were probably being utilized as sacrificed and spell components, but those kind of things take time.
Yeah, it takes time to prepare.
And they want revenge on us, so I think they're not going to kill him tonight. They're going to use him as bait to draw us in so they can enact revenge.
The guard
how-
points at Armin and nods like, he's got it. But Armin, you won't see that point and nod because you're blindfolded. Go ahead, Evra.
How long does it take to get from here to the hag house?
It's on the other side of town, so it depends. If you run, you can get there in maybe 20 to 30 minutes. If you take your time, about an hour.
Okay.
If that, I mean, technically, I'm not good at judging distance and time, as I've mentioned before, so not that long.
Fine.
Well, I'm
And
thinking
the
about it
difference here
because
is that you're not trying to find the hag house, you know where it is.
Yeah. Because I have like written on the map, like the foot race from the games is going to be taking place in town. So I mapped that out, and that actually has measurements. And so the math could technically be done. I don't want to, but it's a ways if you're taking your time. If you make it quick,
I get it.
you can get there quick. Especially with the streets being clear at night and stuff. But
Yeah, for our next engagement, I think we should be rested. Most definitely.
guard say,
And we don't even know if they're going to be in the building, so it might take days to even find them.
My worst concern tonight ever is at the moment, I currently can't see anything, and I think I need to give my eyes time to heal so that I can be of use to you. Because Lord knows no one wants me to accidentally swing and do what I did to the burglars.
Wink,
And
wink.
he might be winking underneath the thing, but he's deliberately looking in the wrong direction, like he's trying to talk to a bush.
yeah.
I mean, everyone is winking at.
Yeah. Luckily, they can still hear you. The guards say, well, we're going to grab some stuff, maybe a couple more hands. We'll have this cleaned up for you by morning. Good luck with the hags. Make sure you report to somebody if you have any more trouble, if you need us to take over the investigation. It is our job. The other one is kind of like trying to avert his gaze because he doesn't want to cop to going to the hag house. Like, well, I'll leave you to it then. You
You could
folks.
be a lot of help if you check the house, and we'll check the swamp. If you could check the house for us, it'd be a blind.
That would change the deal. They are letting you guys investigate if you like, or they can take over completely. That was the offer. Instead, they're going to be cleaning up the bodies, because Avra has said that you guys are capable of taking on the investigation.
Right.
Well, how many guards do they have? Don't they have like 50 guards at least?
There are
Yeah,
other
but I
guards in
think the
service.
thing is that because we're not guards, like it would be like a conflict of interest or something if we were to work with them.
No, we're going to the swamp, so we wouldn't even be in town. If
Nobody has talked about
going.
going to the swamp yet, and they described the nearest swamp as being miles and miles away to the far northwest.
That doesn't mean anything.
I mean,
I think
if you want to
I
take
think that
multiple days in a boat ride and go check out a swamp, you are perfectly able. You have a boat friend.
In the morning, what I want to do is check out the hag house because it's the closest thing here. And until we can rule out that they're not using it anymore, we should look there.
I was thinking, the guards could check out the house.
The guards have decided that they're either going to do the entire investigation and we have to butt out.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be in town.
They either take over the entire investigation and we butt out, or we do they take care of the bodies and we take care of the hag.
Yeah, but their jurisdiction is only in the town.
Again, they made it very clear. They made it very clear that if they take over this investigation on the hag, whether it transfers to the town or the swamp, they may be required to go to the swamp. It'll be part of their investigation, but they're not going to have any non-guard people involved in their investigation. So either we take care. Again, they're not debating the adventurers. They're saying if you want to look at the hag thing, you can deal with the hag thing. You're saying you're capable, we'll let you do it, but we're not going to get involved at that point.
They don't care what we do outside of the city.
They don't care about that distinction.
They don't care what we do outside the city. We're adventurers.
It's not a question. Again, it's not a question of adventuring. It's if they get involved with the hags, they handle the entire thing, and we go deal with something else completely different. And they either find Kithian or they don't find Kithian, but we won't be getting involved. If we get involved,
they
won't.
are called, like they are not, the guards locally are not stuck to city borders. If they're called to it, they will go out further if required. Like they're not disallowed from investigating swamps or forest or the ocean. Go ahead, Avra.
Doesn't mean there wouldn't be any adventurers if that was true.
I was just gonna say that Avra would have a really hard time resting while knowing Kithian is out there. So she would be willing to go and like see if they're at the house, not like engage, but do like what's that word, like reconnaissance. Yeah, yes. Yeah. While everybody else was resting, and then we would know if they were in the house or not. By the time you guys woke up.
Okay.
Guards like, okay then, it is in your capable hands. We will have this cleared out by morning. Good night, citizens. They will disappear.
You left the bodies.
Oh no, they're going to come back to clean them up. They're getting tools. They're going to get ropes and maybe a couple other people to help carry and stuff.
And probably a cart.
Yeah.
Bring out your head.
Some buckets to wash the the blood off the cobblestones and stuff.
Just out of character, the guards can't stop us from going out somewhere and investigating.
No,
There's
they
no
cannot.
way they can do. There's no way you could do.
I don't want to get on
Essentially,
the guard's bad side.
yeah, the guards would, if they took over the investigation, what they had said is they can't have civilians involved. So you guys would be encouraged to stay out of it and let them handle it entirely. Whether that entailed going to swamps or hag houses or across the continent, that is on them entirely. On the other hand, because Avra proposed that the group is capable and concerned for their ally and had previously dealt with a hag at the hag house, is familiar with the layout, the location, etc., they're like, all right, you guys want to handle dealing with your friend? Let us know if we need to take over. But until then, it'll be on you. And you guys can go to swamps, go across the continent, go to the hag house, go to the bars, go take a swim, do whatever you want to do until they are brought in. So you guys are not barred from any action. You are encouraged to do whatever it takes because you have volunteered to do so.
But they're not going to work in conjunction with us, is kind of my point.
Correct.
We can't leverage them to go do the house while we go do something else.
Yeah. It's all or nothing as far as they're concerned.
I have to go, but yeah, Avra's gonna go do recon because she couldn't rest anyways. But yeah.
Oh, wait, I get it.
Do some scouting.
Okay. All right. See ya. Good night.
All right.
See you in 2
Have
weeks.
a great night.
Have a good time. That's rough being a student.
All right, and then while Avra is off, the rest of you guys are planning on getting some rest, recuperation.
Yeah, I'm going to basically go
recharging.
hide in my room, and I'll lay on the floor and just pull the sheets over my, like any blankets or whatever I've got, like over my face, so that way, if the thing falls off in the middle of the night and I happen to open my eyes at the wrong time, there's just something covering me from being able to see the moon.
Your rooms all do have a window, but you can cover it up.
Yep.
Very easy.
That is the plan.
I mean, it'll have like some basic curtains, but yeah. What was that? Sorry?
Like the vampires do.
Yep.
Yeah, basically I'm like taping the window shut and like, nope.
Hiss. Light M's bad.
And then one of the things I'm going to be looking into tomorrow is how do I get rid of this damn curse?
Need a cure disease potion.
Yep.
I really doubt it's going to be that simple.
That's that simple.
Did the 2024 rules make it that easy? Because it's not a disease as much as it is a curse.
It's a disease.
I'm going to have to look that up. That smells too easy.
To be investigated. Lycanthropy is a rare and uncommon thing. We shall see how that plays out. I do have information to provide via Avra's investigations, but I don't want to necessarily leave her out of it.
I was gonna ask the group whether or not, because I am rogue, I would probably be good for recon, but I would probably still try and take a short rest just to make sure I don't go with 0 hit, more well, like with health missing. So I would ask, like, do you guys want me to go and meet up with Avra once I rest a little bit?
Cure disease are not going to do it. We need a remove curse spell or a greater restoration.
Yeah.
That was my thing. It's like, there was a lot of debate when I played Paladins if immunity to disease would make you immune to lycanthropy. And the story back then was that because it's a curse and not technically a disease, or at the very most a magic disease, it required more stuff. And that was where it was trying to lean to. I was fairly certain it was still a remove curse kind of concept.
Yeah, remove curse spell.
I will add
greater
that no one in the party knows any of that for sure, and it's absolutely makes sense for an herbalist to be like, well, we should try some natural remedies to see if we can remove, if it is a disease.
Right.
You guys
just
won't
not
know
Armin.
if it's a disease or a curse. Like this
Right.
is all
Armin
meta
is not arguing that point.
conversation.
Yeah, this is very much above the table. This is
Yeah,
Brian remembering this conversation multiple times in different editions.
indeed. But yeah, so some investigation might need to be done in that regard. To get
I like your
further.
plan, Astro, and if you can do that, I think that's great.
Okay. Then
Well,
after
we
a short
can, we
rest,
can find
I
out.
will,
We can find out at the temple what's needed.
Yeah, I intend to
after
look into
short
that as
rest,
well.
after a short rest,
Go ahead.
I'll head out after Avra.
And as long as I don't have to see necessarily, I could always write down a map of like, here's where the house is that she's going to go investigate. You're going to turn here, stop at this place, go here.
Oh yeah, that can definitely be provided. Aster, if you are, instead of taking a long rest and recovering naturally during your short rest, you can spend hit dice to recover hit points traditionally, if you like. On your character sheet, there is a short rest button, and when the window pops up at the very bottom, there are pips that you can select for how many hit dice you want to spend in healing yourself.
Oh, one more thing. You said we could level after this adventure. Is that correct?
A level is pending, but not quite yet.
I suspect it'll be after we deal with the hags. It's a guess.
All right.
I don't think it's an unreasonable guess, but it's a guess.
Woo! 18 points. You're only down, what, 3?
I think so.
Nice.
Nice, good roll.
I'll finish the short rest with that then.
Alrighty then.
And I will head out after Avra. Hopefully stealth throughout the way.
Alrighty. You will then be able to meet up with her after she's done some recon. She will be in the middle of that to some degree when you're able to meet up with her. Again, I don't want to take away her agency. So we are a little bit early.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
It's like, what, 13 minutes?
Yeah. Usually we go a little bit over. I don't care. I try not to like keep track like anally unless somebody does have to go right at time. At any rate, are there, with Aster going off to meet Avra, is, I guess, generally, I guess the plan then for the next day kind of hinges on what they might report back.
Yeah.
But there has been
If we
talk
need to-
about things and stuff otherwise.
Yeah,
Other
because before we
concerns.
left for like the swamp, I'd probably try to figure something out at either a temple or a library or an apothecary. And I realize that some of those things are filled by Arianwen's herbalism stuff. Like we could try the thing, but then I'd have to wait till nightfall to see if I saw the moon and it did something.
Yeah.
So there's always a chance to go talk to a priest or someone, and like if someone had lycanthropy, like you're worried that might be a thing, how would you deal with it? Kind of concept.
And when we do test out, you're going to be locked up.
I'm fine with that. I mean, he was willing to make sure he died in order to not hurt anybody else because he thought they were innocents. He's excited that they were thugs.
That reminds me, we got to make a lockup inside the building. So if we catch bounties or something like that.
I will say I have manacles that I will offer if you want to use them.
Oh yeah, manacles are good. The full moon, though, I mean, an actual full moon only lasts for one night, right? So
The
like,
most
you
I've ever
guys
seen
will-
a full moon last is 3 ever in real life.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys are pretty confident you'll have like the next 30 days to figure out what to do about Armin, so you don't have to immediately be like, lock him down. I mean, if you want to, it's to be discussed, I suppose, but you've got a little bit of leeway there. Luckily, it could have been much, much worse.
I
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
at least buy yourself a weapon.
I think everybody in the team should have one to deal with me on the off chance that this goes south again.
I completely agree.
I didn't even know this was gonna be a thing, so I was just like, oh, I don't know what my rapier's made out of. I didn't know that was an option.
To be fair, I knew at meta it could happen, but in character, I had no clue. I actually got, because I didn't feel like a sting, an itch. I get healed. Everything seemed fine. So we didn't know. And it wasn't just me. The other person doesn't play anymore, but he had it too.
And we're going to be dealing with hags with some high level magic because Misty Step is not, you can't carry anymore. So they had to use Dimension Door or Teleport. So they got some high level magic.
Again,
There's also
not
extra
something
retreat.
that would necessarily be known by the characters. Certainly, the players have knowledge of that, but the characters wouldn't necessarily know that
Yeah, they were spooky shit and they did spooky things and
without
they left.
like Arcana research and such.
Yeah, I don't have any more money after paying for somebody to make sure I didn't go to jail.
How much is a silver weapon? Just out of curiosity.
I think there's an actual stat in the DMG. I remember 2014. It was like an extra 100 or 500 gold over. No, I think it was 100 gold over whatever the cost of the weapon was.
Okay, I'll have to save up for one then.
Yeah.
The price may change in 2024 rules. I don't know those.
Yeah, I would recommend getting silver weapons, like just in case. Like you never know. And since you guys are new to lycanthropy, you may or may not know even about the lunar cycle. Well, a moon druid would, but I encourage you to silver weapon up at your earliest convenience.
I think I know what to do if I have some silver. I'll make some horn caps.
Ooh, there you go.
Well, you don't
Silver
have to do that during a full moon. We just have to lock you up.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, if we know something's coming, I'm just like, manacle me up, guys. And don't be afraid to stab me.
I tried, it only tickled.
Um,
Oh, you were the tickler. I could have swore it was a bird because it felt like a feather.
I will end the session with everybody getting a free insight roll.
Okie dokie.
Insight.
Insight.
Ooh. It makes a
Not
lot of
me.
sense that Aster rolled that high for reasons I will tell you.
I'm going to go with I'm a little preoccupied.
Okay, so Aster, this is entirely your epiphany. You can share with the rest of the class as much or as little as you like. You know that when hunting for objects or people and having to deal with eliminating people or things, that in your past experience, you've done well at doing your due diligence first. Like if you know that a thing is guarded by a three-headed dog, you look up like, what is a three-headed dog? Is it resistant to fire? Or can I like throw my torch at it from across the room, et cetera, et cetera. The group has talked about a sea hag. There was a different type of hag, a dark hag that smelled of decay and stuff. No one has alluded to what it might be capable of. The group seems very gung-ho to just go charging in wherever they can find and go rescue their friend, and you can respect that. But in the back of your mind, it tickles you like, what is a hag? What can they do? What are they capable of? Because there's been a lot of speculation, like, oh, maybe they teleported, maybe they used other magic like invisibility. But they're just shooting off the hip. No one knows for certain. And you're like, and we learn a little bit about our targets first, it might help us out in surviving better than just kicking down the door and announcing ourselves. Again, you can do with that what you like. But it's definitely going to be uncomfortable for you moving forward, just showing up at a swamp or a house or a cave or anything to face creatures that you are completely unfamiliar with.
I'm like me as a person. I thought that, but just because like in character, I'm already going to recon. I'm like, I guess I'll let Armin and Arnwin know before I head out. I'm like, we should probably research stuff about the hags before we head out over there. I just want to make sure that Ava's safe.
Yeah, I don't want to check on Avra. I saw what happened with the lightning bolt thing that they did once, and it was unpleasant.
Powerful
Is there a
magic
library
hurts.
in town? Would have information like that?
There is, of a sort. Let me see really quick here something. Okay, for your bastion, there is a special facility called the Scroll House. It is a library. You can create an order to research topical lore. When you issue the research order to this facility, commission the facility's hireling to research a topic. You guys can take that role yourself. It can be a legend, a known event location, a person of significance, type of creature, or famous object. Well, the work takes 7 days, but that's if you have an underling do it. Working together, you can cut that down. When the research concludes, the hireling obtains up to 3 accurate pieces of information about the topic that were previously unknown to you, and shares this knowledge with you the next time you speak with them. The DM
I knew
determines
the book
what
thing would
information
be
you have.
great.
Because your friends did not give you a tour of the building, you have not seen the Scroll House, but the bastion itself houses a library specifically for that purpose. It has yet to be used, but if anyone remembers, hey, there's here's the door over here for it. It's right off of the main chamber. If anyone happens to remember, hey, we actually have a library here, you might be able to glean some information. Also, you have a forge in the far back corner if you wanted to melt stuff down and put it on your horns. That having been said, I think that's a perfect place to leave us for the evening.
Awesome.
Awesome
Sounds
blossom.
good.
Alrighty. Well, thank you all for your time this evening. We shall meet again sooner than later. I look forward to our next encounters, respectively.
See y'all in those weeks.
All right. Have a good night.
All right. Good
Some
night,
of us
everybody.
sooner than later. All right. Everyone,
Mhm.
have a great evening.
Have a good night. Bye bye.